Hello to all my fellow pharmacists all over the world. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mona Wafa. I am a licensed pharmacist in the province of Ontario, Canada. I'm also ICT certified by TESOL Ontario, which basically allows me to teach English as a second language within Canada as well as internationally. Today, as part of UPHARMA team, I am thrilled to announce our new upcoming course for those who are interested in continuing their licensure process as pharmacists in Canada. This will be a prep course for the MCQ exam, which is part one of the qualifying examination. It is available for internationally graduated pharmacists who have already successfully passed their evaluating exam. But now I'm going to take you in a quick tour over the Pebc website to briefly explain the overall licensure process and how it works, and also to familiarize you guys with the website for when you need to use the website yourselves to get information. So let's go. So starting here, this is the website, www.pebc.ca. You'd find two options. You could go with the English or French, Français pharmacien, if you're more comfortable with French. Myself, I'm more comfortable with English. I'm clicking on pharmacists. It takes me to this page, information about Canadian graduates, other information about US graduates and international graduates. I'm clicking on international graduates. It basically summarizes the whole process for international pharmacy graduates into three main steps. The first step would be the document evaluation, and then pharmacist evaluating examination, which is the exam. It's a written exam. It's taken on 2 days, and each day the length of the exam is going to be 3.5 hours. And UPHARMA does offer a comprehensive, amazing course for the evaluating examination. For the pharmacist qualifying examination, it is 2 parts. Part 1, the MCQ, multiple choice question exam, and part 2 is the OSCE, objective structured clinical examination. For the document evaluation, taking you to the first step, there's a lot of information, whole lot of information. You could go through that, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to post your question or your comment, and we will make sure we get back to you as soon as we can. But the very first step here should be the pharmacist gateway. And here you click on the pharmacist gateway that takes you to this page. And on the pharmacist gateway, you need to create an account for yourself. Clicking here takes you to another page. And step by step, you're going to have to pile a whole profile for yourself, starting with the personal information, education, background, and then work experience. And at the end, you're going to have to pay the fees, which are equal to 300 Canadian dollars plus tax. And then you will be ready to apply for document evaluation. After that, you would receive a letter stating that your degree is equal to 4-year degree of pharmacy in Canada. And then you are ready to take your pharmacist evaluating examination, which is, as we spoke, a written exam. After passing this exam, you'll be ready to take your pharmacist qualifying examination. And allow me to spend some time on this part. The pharmacist qualifying examination, as we spoke, is the MCQ and OSCE. The OSCE is the interactive part of the exam, which you're going to have to show your communication skills, along with therapeutic knowledge and professionalism, and the way you could deal within the laws and policies, regulations of the profession in Canada. Talking about the first part, which is the MCQ part, it is great that now the MCQ is a computer-based exam. So clicking here on the part 1, which is the qualifying part 1 of the qualifying examination, the MCQ, we'd find that now this exam is done on 1 day. The length of the exam is 4.5 hours. You should, of course, arrive 30 minutes earlier before the exam, and spending the 4.5 hours starting with a very short orientation to the computer-based testing, and then the examination period, and you end with a survey at the end of the exam. The examination period, this is where you have to solve or answer 200 questions, 150 questions, and 50 pre-test questions, and the pre-test questions are questions that do not carry marks, but we don't know which is which. This website is really comprehensive. It has all the information you would need about all the exams. There has the computer-based exam, frequently asked questions. So clicking here on preparing for the examination, it takes you here where you have all the information needed for or required for this exam, the examination blueprint, and clicking here, it takes you to the examination design and style, sample questions, and the demo tutorial. And the demo tutorial actually gives you a great idea on what to expect and gets you to be familiar with the new platform of the exam, so you would actually know what to expect. But for this part, I'd say it's really very easily illustrated and it's clear. And if you still have any questions after going through that, please ask them, and we might compile a new whole video only on the demo tutorial to get you more familiar with that, and maybe this will be posted closer to the exam date. So for the examination date, the qualifying examination, 2 parts, it takes place twice a year. The first time is in May, the second time is in November. The deadline, the application deadline for the May exam has already passed, which is February 23rd. And the deadline for the November exam is going to be August 10th. For us to learn a little bit more about the fees, we click on the pharmacist qualifying examination and then click on the general information. It takes us to this page, examination fees. We click on the schedule of fees. It takes us here where you would see all the costs of all the steps. The first step would be the document evaluation, $650. Evaluating examination, $600. Additional fees if you're writing the exam in London, UK, is going to be $400. Part 1 MCQ, which is the qualifying examination, $775. The Part 2, the OSCE, $1,750. Also, there is an amazing tool here provided on the Pharmacist Gateway website under what you need to know. You would click on costs and time to licensure. It takes you to this page, costs and time to licensure, and then you click on licensure requirements, takes you to this page, and you would pick whichever province or territory you are interested in living in. I'm picking Ontario as an example, and here you would find all the information needed for the licensing process in Ontario. So as we spoke, the first part would be gateway enrollment, which is going to cost $330. And then there is the language proficiency test, which depends on which province or territory you're going to be working in. And then the academic qualification and knowledge assessment, the document evaluation, $650, evaluating examination, $600, and the PEBC qualifying examination part 1 and 2 is $2,525. And there is the bridging program, which costs $13,500, and this could be waived if you pass your the PEBC qualifying examination part 1 and 2 on your first attempt. After that, there's an application to the Pharmacy Regulatory Authority. In case of Ontario, it is called the Ontario College of Pharmacists, and it costs $75 for a student, another $75 for an intern, and then you would move on to the structured practical training, which now is a new program called PACE, the Practice Assessment of Competence at Entry, which also saves a lot of time. And then the jurisprudence exam, which costs $100, and it's the law exam. And at the end, the annual fees, which are $600 for the licensure and registration, that could be prorated in August 31st. Getting through this very, very quickly brings us to our new upcoming course, which is the MCQ prep course by UPHARMA. So let me tell you about that briefly before we go. UPHARMA MCQ course is designed to help you solidify and perfect your knowledge as a pharmacist, as well as be ready to write the MCQ exam successfully. Looking at the blueprints posted on the PEBC website, one would find so many seemingly overwhelming competencies. In order to simplify them, we have categorized these competencies into therapeutic and non-therapeutic. Beginning with the therapeutic aspect of this course, our focus is going to be mainly on 2 textbooks, both of which are recommended as useful resources by the PEBC. The Compendium of Therapeutic Choices, which we will cover comprehensively, and the Compendium of Therapeutics for Minor Ailments, which we will be selectively addressing some concepts from. This part of the course will be delivered in 14 out of 20 classes. The remaining 6 classes will be targeting the non-therapeutic aspect of this course, which is divided into management and calculations. Both of these subcategories are compiled into simple and easy to understand materials. Each class is going to be 3.5 hours to 4 hours and will be live streamed for enrolled students. Thank you very much for your time and interest. And if you would like to enroll in this course, please contact us through our page. As previously mentioned, if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments.